back at the desk tonight, DMV sports journalist Sterling Brown. And we'll get to this later, but you see what kind of sweater he has on. Argyle, take note, and think about that throughout the show. That's what I'm going to tell you, okay?
What's my last name?
Brown.
What's my
Blount. Blount.
That's how we starting the show?
Okay. I did. I said Sterling Brown. Did I say Sterling Brown?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then you repeated it.
And you sat there and watched me say
waited
Sterling
for
Brown. So that's how we gonna start. That's how we gonna start the show, y'all. Sterling Brown here with me. Anyway, no, not to be confused with Sterling Brown of the Milwaukee Bucks. Sterling Blount. All right, just kept it blunt with me. Sterling Blount in the Argyle sweater. So, all right, let's get to our question of the night before I mess anything else up.
Get money back from Dwight Howard because I don't know what he's doing with this rehab, but he's fleecing the team right now.
Yeah, he came to D.C. and got a little money, man, without doing anything, dude.
With a player option for next year. I like him. I'll tell you who to watch out for sneaking in the top 10. Rui Hachimura.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say that.
That's
I knew you were going to say that.
I think he sneaks into the top 10 somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
He's what is he, about 6'7"?
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to be able to translate into sort of like a wing type player?
I do, because he's long. His length.
Yeah, okay.
His length will do it for him.
I just don't know what his jump shot is like. All right, so anyway, before we go to the phone lines, I need to What do you think Patrick Ewing is going in the right direction with this Georgetown team?
I do. I really like Georgetown for next year.
I do too.
If McGlung and Akinjo come back, I know they're going to lose Jesse Govan.
Yeah.
But they're getting a transfer for NC State. His name is slipping my mind right now. But he's a 7-footer.
Okay.
If he can come in next year healthy and take Govan's spot, they bring back the core that they have right now. I think Georgetown is a tournament team next year.
I was a little disappointed in Jesse Govan. In fact, I've always kind of been disappointed in Jesse Govan. A guy with his size and his talent, but he just has zero dog.
Yeah.
Like zero dog in him.
When it was time to show up this year, especially like that Seton Hall game in the Big East tournament, he disappeared. I mean, he had a game against Villanova this year where he registered 0 points.
What was your answer?
Have you ever been to San Diego? I mean, I haven't been many places, but that's one spot I have been. It's a beautiful place to be.
I bet it is. Anyway, so now Bryce Harper, the reports say the new team is the LA Dodgers. Where do you think Bryce Harper's going to land in 30 seconds?
I think it's Philly. I do
Okay.
think his agent, Scott Boras, and Philly get it done. Hopefully by the end of this week, because I'm tired of waiting personally. But if it's not Philly, I would love to see him back in the Nationals uniform.
All right. $370-something million, too.
There's no salary cap. They're fine. The way Giannis is playing, that's my MVP right now. My only issue with them is every year with Milwaukee, we say next year. Next year they'll be ready. Next year they'll be. How many years are we going to say next year? Yeah, it was disappointing to see from a fan perspective.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Especially with the demographic of this area in the city.
Of course.
Just to put it out there, black people started paying attention to hockey last year.
Definitely.
Because of Devontae Smith-Pelly.
Oh my gosh.
For him to be waived and now he's down in Hershey, he deserved it though. If we're being fair, he deserved it.
Right,
His performance this year was subpar. He came into training camp out of shape. It took him a while to get in shape, and once he did, he never lived up to the expectations that he set for himself with last year's playoff run.
But like you said, he's never been a regular season performer.
No, he hasn't. If you look at his career, he's 26. He's been in the league a while.
Yeah.
He's never been a regular season guy. He's always been a playoff guy. The one thing with him being in Hershey, he can move up for the playoffs. So he's still in the system.
Like that trend is going to start hitting real soon.
I mean, you look at what Le'Veon Bell did last year, and him following through, I think kind of motivated Zeke for this year. Melvin Gordon still hasn't reported.
Right.
We'll see what happens with that because the Chargers said they're not negotiating anymore.
Wow.
Saquon, he's up to do the same thing Zeke did next year if they follow the same timeline.
I'm anticipating that.
I don't know how that's going to look, especially with them having Daniel Jones. We'll see how soon he starts this year.
That's right.
That's going to be interesting to watch. But another thing, receivers have started to do it too.
Yep.
The difference is the owners are paying the receivers when they started. Michael Thomas and Julio Jones both did it during OTAs earlier this year. They both got paid immediately. So it's going to be interesting to see who does it in the future. Like I said, Saquon is probably the one to watch for next summer.